Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I commend those that joined today, jumping on and for a quick hour and just learning something new. Maybe, you can start advertising on YouTube. And if you're creating video content, right? Let's start with the basics. We know consumers are consuming an enormous amount of video content. And it is a great way for you to be able to grow your brand awareness and leverage a free platform. YouTube is free. Now, of course, we're talking about ads today, so that does cost a little bit of money, but not as much as you may think. So the next time that you're debating on sending out some postcards or, even if it's 50 bucks or 100 bucks, whatever it may be, after today, maybe your mindset will change in a little bit more digital farming because for pennies, per view, you can get in front of a lot more eyeballs where your target audience is, which is on the phone, right? They're looking, they're scrolling, and these videos and advertisements are a great way to be in front of your ideal audience. As we go through this, we're going to start with a training deck only because there is so much information. I want to make sure that you guys understand the different types of ad vids that you can do, strategies, all that kind of stuff, so that when you actually go through and try to do an ad yourself, you have an understanding of what each one means and how you can leverage it. So we're doing training deck first, and then we will jump into YouTube and actually go look at a video and actually run an ad for it. But again, remember, eoguniversity.com, eoguniversity.com. You can scroll down, training schedule. What else do we got going on? So 12.4, Canva for real estate, the new Canva AI features. We're going to go over all the new AI features that have been released over the last several months in Canva. And then on 12.11, we're back to some ads, but we're doing Google Business Profile ads. So as you know, your Google Business Profile is a huge opportunity to get in front of new homeowners or seller prospects for those. So you want to make sure that you go in and register for those as well. Remember, eoguniversity.com. All right, let's jump into this. And I'm going to move this over. Perfect. All right, so YouTube ads for real estate masterclass. Let's dive in. So why YouTube ads in the beginning? So running YouTube ads is one way to ensure your target audience finds the videos you worked hard to script, storyboard, shoot, and edit, right? So if you are creating video content, or maybe you're not creating video content, remember, 51% of buyers go to YouTube for their #1 research platform. That's where people are going to research. 51%, more than half of the buyers surveyed choose YouTube as a #1 research platform. That is a stat from National Association of Realtors. And we've done YouTube classes before. We understand why video content is so important for our business. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do you need to create video content to be successful in this business? No. Will it extremely enhance your business? Will it substantially change your business? Yes, it will. The agents and teams that I work with that are actually leveraging this or, creating video content is seeing a lot more engagement, a lot more prospects and lead generation from those. It's a great opportunity for those prospects to get to know you before they actually reach out or before they actually, choose to go with you for their service, whether it's selling a home or buying a home. Grows your brand awareness, all that good stuff. And by doing YouTube ads, you don't just hope someone watches, you get who you want to watch your videos. So YouTube is a free platform. What's beautiful about YouTube is it will, in their algorithm, push your video content out for free, right? You upload a video, it goes out to a plethora of people or an audience, and it tries to figure out who your ideal audience is. And by doing that, you're now leveraging a platform to get in front of that ideal audience of who you want to actually associate with or to work with, right? When someone's going to be buying a home or selling a home. So if you want to go a level up and not just let the algorithm do the work for you, right? You want to kind of enhance a little bit more better, or you specifically have an ideal audience or target audience. For example, I'm in Gilbert, Arizona. If I wanted to target those who lived in Gilbert, Arizona with my video that talks about all things Gilbert, Arizona, it allows me to do that. You're going to notice that as we go through this, there's a lot less red tape.
Just sit through this class. I'll call you in about a half.
Sorry, Roberta, I'm going to unmute you. It gives you, compared to like Facebook ads, right? When we did those, it kind of limited you on who you could target based on demographics and all that stuff. With YouTube ads or Google ads, because essentially it's Google, it allows you to target more strategically and a little bit more pinpointed in terms of course, geographic location, but also life events. So is someone thinking about moving or buying a new home, right? All those different data points that these platforms have will allow you to target those. So if someone's thinking about selling or buying a home in a certain area, you can now target that specific person. Let's say it's Gilbert, Arizona, and they're looking to buy a home. You can actually pinpoint that in there and target them so that they're the only ones seeing that video. And you have to be strategic about it. So that video that you're going to be advertising needs to be specific to that audience. It needs to be specific. So if I'm targeting Gilbert, Arizona for new home buyers, and it's a video about selling your home or just something that's kind of irrelevant to that audience, it's probably not going to be very effective. So you want to make sure. So as we go through this and we actually jump in to see the cost, you guys are going to notice that it's fairly inexpensive compared to our traditional marketing methods. More about the cost. So the cost of YouTube ads is determined by factors like your target audience, our industry, how long that ad is being watched, or how long the ad is, campaign objective, right? What's your objective in your campaign? Is it brand awareness? Is it to drive traffic? And target keywords. We're going to talk about each of these in the next few slides. Just so you know, the average YouTube ad cost per view or action. So somebody watches the ad or takes an action. There's to go to your website, to go to your channel, to go to a landing page, whatever it may be. The average cost is 10 to 30 cents for that. Okay, so whether it's a view or an action, the average is 10 cents to 30 cents. So as you can see, very inexpensive in the grand scheme of our marketing efforts, and especially compared to traditional methods. How YouTube ad pricing works. So YouTube uses two ad pricing models. So you're going to hear me talk about CPC and CPV. CPC is cost per click, meaning they're clicking that call to action or whatever you put in that advertisement. Maybe it's going to your website, maybe it's going to your home bot for property valuation, maybe it's going to a blog page, wherever it's going, you're going to pay per click. Okay, very similar to what we've seen with Google pay-per-click. If someone does a Google search and the top 3 to 4 results are sponsored or ads, and somebody clicks on that, they're going to pay per click. Now, just briefly, YouTube obviously is owned by Google and they use the same platform, but the cost difference is pretty significant. So YouTube ads are a lot less expensive compared to a PPC or a Google pay-per-click. The other one is cost per view, okay, CPV, cost per view. So you're going to pay per view. Remember, we saw that in the first slide here, that it ranges between 10 to 30 cents on average, okay? Of course, that's not set in stone, but it ranges from that, okay? So we have two models here, CPC, CPV. If you choose a cost per click pricing model, you're going to pay, of course, when anyone clicks your ad. Now, if you do the cost per view, CPV, choosing the cost per view model means you're going to pay when users interact with your ad or view your ad for at least 30 seconds. So if your ad is 45 seconds, they've got to view it for at least 30 seconds, right? Or if it's only 25 seconds, they just need to watch the 25 seconds and you will get charged for that one, right? That'll be given as a CPV or cost per view. So those are our two methods, either clicking, doing an action, or just viewing the ad, right? They're not clicking out of the ad or skipping it or anything like that. We're going to talk more about skipping, non-skippables, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, this is why this is phase one. I want you guys to just take a deep breath. This is a phase one class. We'll have another course that dives deeper and goes over it again. Because of course, There is so much that goes and is involved in this. So which model is effective? Well, if generating brand awareness is your YouTube ad goal, okay, you want to grow your business. You want to grow people who know your business, right? That brand awareness, you're going to do cost per view, CPV. Okay, so they view the ad, it's just like when we talked about Facebook ads, right? If you're going to do a brand awareness campaign, of course, on YouTube, you're going to do a CPV. If getting website traffic is your YouTube ad goal, then you're going to do cost per click, right? Because they have to click something to go to your website, to go to a landing page. Wherever you're directing that traffic, you're going to pay per click. Maybe they're going to download a one-page, 7 reasons why you should move to Southern California, or 7 things you need to know before you move to Costa Mesa. Something like that would be contributed as in the cost per click, okay? And you're going to notice that a lot of times the CPV is probably going to be a better route for us in our industry. Now, of course, we want to generate leads and prospects, but remember, guys, we have to build trust. And one way to get from A to B quicker, right? B is trust, is to create video content. And the reason being is because people can learn more about you and connect with you much quicker through a video, as opposed to just reading a blog article or something like that, right? It gives them an opportunity to learn more about you as a human, how you interact in your business, all that good stuff. So what dictates the cost of advertising? There's a few different things that will kind of structure that cost. First, we have ad bid, there's targeting options, bidding strategy, and ad type. These are essentially the 4 different pieces that will affect that cost. Now, let's talk about ad bid, okay? So when setting up YouTube ads, you need to specify the amount you're willing to pay for either a click or a view. So when we actually dive into an example, we're going to go through a walkthrough. How much are you willing to pay per click or per view? Is it 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents? Now, 20 cents doesn't seem like a lot, right, in the big picture, but it definitely can add up when we're talking about thousands of views. So as we go in, remember the average said 3 to 10 cents, or 10 cents to 30 cents, something like that. It just depends on a lot of other different factors in there. And this limits the maximum amount you spend and prevents you from overspending your marketing budget. So if the cost of a click or view exceeds your bid, your ads won't run any longer. So let's say that your bid is going to be 10 cents a view or 3 cents a view. Let's go with 3 cents, right? So 3 cents a view, and you get your budget is $10. Okay, so you can do the math and figure out that cost, but those will go into account when running your YouTube ads and choosing the bid amount. And this will make a lot more sense when we actually dive into the examples. So bidding strategy, we can target the CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, or we can target CPA, cost per action. We got the target CPV, which is that per view. And of course, you can maximize your conversions. So for instance, using the target CPM, you're going to use a strategy when you're running top of the funnel campaigns. Okay, remember that's your brand awareness. That's part of brand awareness, right? People are scrolling, they just see the ad, and that's going to grow your brand awareness after they see it over and over again multiple times. And the target CPV, well, that bidding strategy lets Google and YouTube optimize your ads for views and not only impressions. So if you're going to target the views, this allows them through their algorithm to optimize those ads so that you are getting actual views and not just impressions. Remember, there's a difference between impressions and views. Impressions is somebody just scrolling through and sees it. It appears on their screen. And of course, the view is they're actually viewing that ad. And then we have the target CPA. That's the cost per action. You're going to use target CPA if your campaign goal is to drive sales, leads, and even website traffic, okay? Right? They're going to take that action. They're clicking that call to action to wherever that landing page is where you're driving that traffic. And this bidding strategy lets Google optimize your ads for conversion based on the average amount you want to pay. Okay, and then of course the maximize conversions. This works much like the target CPA, except that you give the reins to Google and let it automatically set bids that you most conversions within your budget. Okay, there's pros and cons to that. Yes, Google has a lot of data. It's a very smart platform technology. However, sometimes they it just isn't relevant, or allowing them to set up your ad for you or automatically set the bids can be very costly if not monitored correctly. So I don't really recommend that in the beginning until you fully understand how the ads platform actually works. All right, so let's talk about some targeting options. So YouTube ad targeting options have undergone updates that'll help you get better return on your ad spend. That's happened in the last several months, which has been great. Within each ad group, you can define your target audience and state where your ad should display. That is key. So you can target your audience. We're talking all different types of demographics, geographic location, which is huge, and we will dive more into those as well. Let's talk a little bit about demographics. Other targeting options would be demographics here. So this is more a broad targeting option, lets you reach your audience based on their gender, age, and household income. Very similar as we've seen on other platforms. However, remember on Facebook, this is all removed. We're not able to target based on that. Again, you always want to make sure that you are adhering to equal housing laws and all that stuff. So just keep that in mind. There's audience segments as well, which we will dive into, but it lets you reach people with detailed demographics, certain interests and behaviors. This is where we talked about life events. We're talking like just having a baby, or they pulled a mortgage or a credit report, something happened that triggered. And if you are targeting, let's say Costa Mesa for new home buyers, and they get flagged or triggered that they pulled a credit report maybe for a mortgage, that is where those ads will start to show. So as we dive into this, you're going to see that there's a lot of different life events, interests, and behaviors that you can actually target on here. There's even detailed demographics. So this is kind of similar to just demographics, but it lets you reach your audience based on their parental status, marital status, education status, home ownership status, and employed status, right? We know those are super important, especially maybe parental, marital, or the home ownership status is huge on who we're targeting. If we want to target homeowners, obviously those who actually own a home would be our ideal audience for that. So maybe you're creating a video that's 7 things you need to know before selling your home in Laguna or San Diego or wherever it may be, and you're targeting those people who actually own a home in that area. Then there's affinity audiences, which let you reach an audience with certain interests and habits. This includes banking and finance, beauty and wellness, food, dining, home and garden, etc. So again, I don't really see a lot of affinity audiences. It's not something that I use very often. I usually go more in the detailed demographics because geographic location and home ownership or those life events are kind of the ideal prospect, what we're looking for. And then in-market audiences, this is going to be people who are actively researching or planning to buy a specific product or service. So this is why I'm talking about those life events, that if they are searching, okay, this is based on searching. So if someone's searching for homes for sale in Laguna or Costa Mesa, then because YouTube is owned by Google and it has all these research and search analytics, you can target people in a certain geographic location that has a search history that is homes for sale in X market, or sell my home, or real estate agent, or whatever it may be, right? It's more the search intent. So you can actually target people through their search history, which is kind of crazy, but very useful, especially in our business, because if someone's actively searching for homes for sale in a certain market, that is gold, right? That is our ideal. And this is just a duplicate of the first slide here that we saw. So you can also target based on your data in similar segments. This targeting option is great for remarketing to an audience that visited your web property or but didn't convert. So they went to your website but didn't take the call to action or didn't actually execute the form or whatever it may have been. So you can kind of retarget them. And then there's something called combined segments, and this is the targeting option within the audience segment. It allows you to define your ideal audience more accurately by combining existing segments. Again, that's a little bit more advanced. We're not going to go deep into that one today in the example, but just know that you can retarget and combine different segments within that campaign. All right, some other ones is keywords. We've talked a lot about keywords in the past. Keyword targeting with YouTube ads is contextual. So to target email marketing, say email marketing is in your video content, or let's say for our industry, maybe it's we're targeting real estate or new home buyers or homeowners or home sellers, right? YouTube's going to place ads on videos and channels that are related to that. So if someone's watching a video about reasons to move to X markets, then your ad could actually show up and be placed on top of that video. So honestly, it could be another agent's video, and now you have an ad popping up because based on the keywords that were used. You can also do it by topics. This is just like keyword targeting. If you choose to target some topics, YouTube will show your ad on videos and channels that are related to your selected topics. So topics could be anything from new home buyers to homeowners, anything like that within there. All right, and then types of video ads on YouTube. So there's 5 different types of video ads that we can choose from. We have in-feed video ad. In-feed video ads show up on the YouTube homepage, search result pages, and as related videos on YouTube video watch pages. So what that means is when you go to YouTube and you do a search, okay, so for example, if I come over here and up here, I type homes for sale in, let's do Costa Mesa on here. Let's do Orange County. Yep. Okay. Okay. So don't forget, right? I'm on YouTube. So agents are always like, well, why would somebody go to YouTube to search for homes? Well, here you go. This is the search history. So I'm going to do Orange County. See how this one says sponsored? That's what they mean by in video feed. Okay. So we did search, and now this one's sponsored. So then if I click on that, we'll see what it takes us. Okay, directly to that to search for homes. Isn't that crazy? So if you are still contemplating on if YouTube is a good platform as a real estate professional, please, please, please start making video content today or make it your goal in 2024. Okay, so again, this is the first one sponsored, and then you go through and you can see all the different content or organic content that's not paid in there. Then there's something called skippable in-stream ads. We've all experienced these, right? Who hasn't watched a YouTube video? Skippable in-stream ads are the standard video ad type on YouTube, just meaning that when you go to watch a video and the ad pops up, after 3 seconds or so, you can click skip ad, and then it takes you right to your video. Okay, so that's the most common one on the platform. Then we have non-skippable in-stream ads, and you probably experienced these as well. And you're like, wait, why can't I skip this one? Well, because someone's paying to have it not skipped. Tend to be a little bit more expensive, not entirely, but a good option if you want to force them to watch that ad, depending on how long the ad is. So non-skippable ads can play before, mid-roll, or after the main video. They can be 15 to 20 seconds in duration. Okay, so those are non-skippable ads. The reason why there is a limit for 15 to 20 seconds because, well, we're all human, and who wants to sit through an ad that's, 3 minutes long? Nobody's doing that, and YouTube obviously understands that, so that's why it's limited to 15 to 20 seconds for that non-skippable. And then we have bumper ads, which are the shortest type of YouTube video ad that you can actually run. At just 6 seconds per bumper, these ad spots play before a viewer's chosen video. It's also non-skippable, okay? Very short, but it's non-skippable and tends to cost less. So it's just a quick, that's why they call it bumper. It's either on the front end, the back end, and it's just a very quick video ad that can go in there. And then we have overlay ads. And overlay ads are a type of banner ad that hovers at the bottom of the video, as shown below. And I forgot to put the little example there, but I'll do one so you guys can see that. This type of ad is ideal for supplementing other in-stream video campaigns. So for instance, if I can get one to pull up here. Let's see if this one will happen. Okay, so this is what we would call a skippable ad. Okay, so if I'm pressing play, it can skip after the 3. The ad's still running, 15 seconds long. I can skip it and it takes me to the video. Now, if I'm in a video and we're talking about the overlay ads, if I'm in the video, sometimes you may notice a banner down here at the bottom. It's just like as a static image. It's not a video or anything. It's a static image. It's very elongated and like a skinny rectangle, and it will show up here, okay? That's what we're talking about when we're talking about overlay ads. And they're just a supplemental. So if somebody's watching this, and then obviously they will see your ad down here. If they click that ad, then it will take them to wherever that call to action is that you have chosen. All right, let's go back into here. I think that was it before we actually dive in. Okay, so let's dive into an actual video, YouTube video ad. Any questions so far? I told you guys there's a lot of information. It's always hard to do, like we haven't done a Google pay-per-click ad yet training because it's a lot of information and I've got to break it down to like A, B, C, and D, like a series almost, because it's a lot of info. But of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to just throw it in the chat box or unmute yourself. So I know we are obviously Escrow Options Group. However, I'm going to use our sister company's YouTube channel today because it's just built out a little bit more. There's a lot more features and stuff that I can go through. So when you want to run YouTube ads, there's a couple things that you need. You still need a Google ad account, which means you just need a Google account. And then you can set up your free Google ad account. Once you do that, and you can simply just do Google ad, okay, ads.google.com. Okay. I'm going to paste this in the chat box. That's where you can go to start. You notice here that I'm already signed in, or it recognizes my Gmail account or Google account that I have. This is the one for the our sister company's YouTube channel. So you can either sign in or start now. If you click start now, it's going to take you through a process. It's probably going to push me right into the account because I've already had this set up. However, you will have a screen that looks blank here, and it's going to ask you if you want to go ahead and create your first ad. You can click skip so that you can just get to this spot here. All you need to do in this example is just to get to your main campaign screen here, or the overview. Okay, so remember ads.google.com, and then all you need to do is make sure that you get signed in. You can say skip. Okay, so sign in or start now. It's going to have a screen for you guys that says, do you want to set up your first campaign manager? It's probably going to verify some information. Are you a business or an individual? It's going to ask you to add in payment information. So how do you want to be charged for the ads? And then once you go through that step, it just take you here, okay? But if it says, do you want to start your new campaign or start a campaign now, go ahead and click skip there and just get to this main screen, okay? And then once you do that, you just want to go to your YouTube channel. So once you're on your YouTube channel, it'll look something like this. This is how it looks for everybody. But in the upper right corner, you're going to click your little logo up there, name or photo. And we're just going to dive into YouTube Studio. And from here, we are in our main dashboard. And we are gonna go on the left-hand side and click content. Okay, and content is what will show all of our videos that are live on our YouTube channel. Now, again, you want to make sure that whatever video that you want to advertise, that you upload that to your channel first. So before you run an ad, you need to upload your video. So you would simply just click create, upload videos. It's going to ask you to upload those. And once that's uploaded fully, okay, if I go to upload a new video, it's going to take a little while because it's going to first upload the standard definition, and then it will go in and upload the high definition version right after that, right? So their goal is just get the video up and running, and then it works on the high definition one, which doesn't take very long, just depends on your actual internet connection. So I'm just looking at that screen there. So you want to make sure you upload your video first. Once your video is uploaded, then you can go through here and find it. So if it's the latest video, then you would just advertise that one there. Or you can just search across your channel to see where that video is. So for instance, in this example, let's say that I wanted to promote a ChatGPT video. So I could just type in ChatGPT. This is the video that I want to actually advertise, so I can click on that after finding it. And then from here, you can click the 3 dots above that video and you see where it says promote. The reason I'm having you guys go through this method as opposed to just doing it straight up from ads.google.com is because it's a lot simpler. Okay, so I want to give you guys the simple way first so you can get up and running right away. And then, of course, in the next 2.0 version, we will dive in a little bit deeper into here. Because this one, as you can see, looks very crowded. It's like, where do I even look? There's a lot going on. So going through your actual YouTube channel and promoting the video individually here is a lot cleaner. Okay, so that's why I'm taking you guys through here. So let's start at the very beginning again. So you're going to be on your channel. You simply can click manage videos, or what I would do is click your little logo up here, go down to YouTube Studio, takes you in your main dashboard. I'm going to click content on the left side. And now we have all of our videos that have been uploaded. And from here, you can either search for that video that you wanted. So I'm going to do ChatGPT. Again, obviously yours is going to be more real estate related in terms of like homes or education on property tax, whatever it is, right, that you are recording. I'm going to click the video that I want. Over here on the right side, I'm going to click 3 dots, promote, and that actually opens it up into your ads.google. However, it's a lot simpler process. It's a lot cleaner. From here, it's going to ask you if you want to create a new Google Ads account or switch Google Ads account. It recognizes the one that I'm logged into. So this is the email or Google account that I've currently logged into and the one that I want to use. So if that is the one that you want to use that you guys set up, then just click Google Ads account, and this is your unique Google Ads account number. Otherwise, you can create a new Google Ads account if you needed to, or switch. So if this Gmail or Google account is different than the one you want to use, just click switch your Google account and it will have you select which one you want to use. But I'm going to select the one that is already on here, and it's going to push us into our Google Ads account. Now, this looks a lot more simple than our traditional, right? This here. This gets a little crazy. There's different levels within campaigns. You have different ad groups, all that good stuff. So again, a lot simpler way going through here. So it's just going to walk you through each of the steps. You can see your progress bar up here. It's going to ask you first what you want to focus on, meaning, do you want to drive video views and traffic to a website? Whether it's your actual website, or maybe it's HomeBot, or maybe it's a landing page, whatever it may be. Or do you want to drive video views and engagement to your channel? Do you want to promote your channel more and get more views, more subscribers, all that kind of stuff? So it's really up to you. What is your goal? So if you want to do traffic, maybe maybe this is a video. Okay, we're going to pretend this is a video about selling your home. And quickly, someone in the chat box, give me your market. What city? What area? Who's going to be first? Give me a city. I always say Costa Mesa, San Diego, or Orange County, Laguna, Irvine. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to pretend this is a video about selling your home in Irvine, California. Okay, so I want to drive traffic and video views to a website. So from here, you're going to already see your video on the preview. Okay, notice where it says select a video. I can either close out of this if I didn't want that one anymore, and I can just type in search for a video, or I can paste the URL. So again, if I come here and I select this URL, copy it, I can paste it in there. Okay, and it recognizes it. Or I can search. So again, I'm using this as an example, but obviously you would search the video on your channel. So if I did Rock University Chat GPT, it's going to show me results. All those results, okay? But notice it gives me results for other people's channels, so be careful. Okay, so you want to make sure it's your video. Okay, so if I select it that way. So you can either paste the URL in there, you can search for it, or just like what we did, click the 3 dots on the actual video that you want to promote, and then hit promote, and it will automatically tie it to that video that you want to show. Okay, so if I scroll down, notice that it says videos longer than 3 minutes don't usually perform as well as shorter videos. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's okay. However, just make sure that you're conscious of, it's going to be 2024. We barely have an attention span. So the shorter video content is obviously better, but it just gives you that insight. This video is over an hour long, so that's why it's giving me that warning, but most of your videos are probably going to be 3 minutes or less. So once you have your video selected, after viewers click your ad, where do you want to send them? Okay, so we're going to put the URL in here. So again, remember, this is a video about things you need to know before selling your home in Irvine. Things you need to know before selling a home in Irvine. So homes for sale in Irvine, California. And I'm not going to click these because I know these are sponsored and cost a lot of money. So I'm just going to go down and we're going to find, I was hoping for a real estate agent's website, but we're just going to choose this. I know we feel some way about Zillow, but it's okay. This is just an example, guys. All right, so I'm gonna paste the URL in there just for the training example. But obviously, if you're selling homes in Irvine, you're gonna go to your website. You're gonna go to your website in Irvine. So let's say it's justintaylor.com, and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do a search on my own website, and I'm gonna type in Irvine, California for the area, and then I'm gonna copy that URL of that IDX link. Okay. So if I were on your website, I don't have an example because I don't have a website in Irvine, but you're going to paste that URL where you want them to actually go to here. So it's some type of landing page, whether it's IDX feed or property valuation, whatever it may be. So maybe it's HomeBot, right? Because the video is about selling reasons or things you need to know before selling a home in Irvine. So then maybe it's going to take them to your HomeBot landing page for property valuation, whatever it may be. And then you can add the call to action button, whether that's on or off. But if I click that, notice it says visit, and I have this band here, this bar. Okay, so if I unclick that, it's gone. Okay, so that's our call to action. Okay, we want to make sure that button is on there. All right, somebody put future stuff in here. Let's do that. Wish I was licensed in California so I can give you guys some more real life examples. So if I come in here and I do, actually, since we're doing for a homeowner, I'm going to click get your home valuation since you have that on here. This looks beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come over here, find which tab I'm in. I'm going to paste that there. Okay. You guys see that example? I just used this example. I'm choosing for the property valuation. If you have a website that actually gives you guys a property valuation tool, that is awesome, and you can leverage that. Otherwise, you've got HomeBot and some other options there. So of course, we want that button, says visit. You can choose what you want that to say. So if I click X, here are options. Shop now, that'd be great if you're maybe promoting homes for sale in Irvine, but remember, we're targeting homeowners. So from here, I might say, usually they have learn now, but we're going to go with, how interesting. Learn now is not showing up on this one. So maybe it's, the video is about, or maybe start now, right? You're talking about you're getting a property valuation for that home in Irvine. So you can click start now so they can start that property valuation process. And then headline, remember you only have 15 characters here, okay? But notice that I can say get property valuation, okay? You only get 10 characters though, so instant, nope, not gonna be enough. Valuation, okay? Maybe you just did that. And now the button up here says valuation, okay? So be strategic that if you don't want to use one of the options that they have in here, you can simply just type in something that you want to put in there. So unfortunately, we can't do instant valuation. So I'm just going to do that there. Headline, you get a little bit more. Get your or see your home value. Okay, again, we're over. Maybe just see home value. Okay, so you got to be kind of strategic in how you do that there. It's showing for you in Learn Now. Let me do this. Let me ask. There it is. Okay. So maybe it just needed to refresh, or I didn't scroll up far enough. So you can always do Learn More there as well if you wanted to. But remember, even if you choose one of their options, you can always put a custom one in there. You only get 10 characters, so it's a little tight. But you can obviously, you can see the preview. Remember when I showed you guys the preview before where it said skip ad? It shows just like that in the preview. So there's our headline, and now we're going to go next. Okay, so just to recap, where do we want to drive traffic? What do we want to focus on? Okay, an actual website outside of YouTube or your channel. You choose your video, whether you've already pre-selected it or you're going to search for it. Where do you want viewers to click and send them in that ad? So we went there and chose a property valuation, and then your call to action button. Again, I always recommend the call to action button. It has a much higher conversion rate or click-through rate when you actually do that. Just know that you can either select one that they already have in there, or you can enter in a custom one. You only have 10 characters, and then your headline, see home value, which will show up here, okay? So you can see home value, maybe you put your name, sell in Irvine, that made it, okay? Depends on what you want to actually put up there. See home value. I'm gonna stick with that. Once that's good, okay, again, you can always, on the right side, your preview, if you want to see the desktop version or the mobile version. Very similar. Okay, so we're all good with that. I'm going to click next. Now we get to choose location, which is super awesome. So I want to target maybe everyone in Irvine, or maybe a specific zip code. So you can do city, zip code, state would be probably not very good, depending on how much of a marketing budget you have, and if you service the entire state. Obviously, California is massive, so probably wouldn't recommend that, but you can do zip code, city, and county. So if I come in here, I don't want to do United States. That would be enormous. Let's say Irvine. I don't know any zip codes there, but I'm going to just do Irvine, California. Okay. And now we have starting to see some weekly performance here. So I have it selected. It looks like here represents places that average can target. Different languages. So do you want to target only people who speak English? Do you speak more than one language? Remember, only 25% of global internet searches are done in English, meaning 75% of all internet searches are done in a language other than English. So if you guys if you guys are fluent in more than one language, leverage that in your business. You may be missing out on some market share there. So if you want to add a language, you just click add and you can add whichever one you wanted to add in there. But English is defaulted and you can add any others. Okay, so we're starting to get some estimates and performance over here on the right. Remember, if you wanted to add more than one location, you absolutely can. So maybe instead of targeting Irvine, California, I wanted to target a couple zip codes. Irvine, code. Maybe there's only one zip code. No, I figured there'd be more. So 92602. Just going to show you guys this. 92602. Okay. And then let's say also, I don't know, 92610. Again, you want to be as strategic as possible. Not only the content that you guys are posting in here or using for the ad needs to be hyper local. You guys are using the word Irvine. You guys are using whatever market you guys are targeting. You want to make sure that language is in the content as well. Okay, but we'll have these two zip codes in here. These are our weekly estimates and views. And this is going to be our average cost per view estimate so far. Okay, again, a penny to 6 cents. So once we're good with that, I'm going to click next. Now we get to choose a little bit more demographics. So gender, it's going to, if all these are checked, it's going to target all the females, all the males within that area based on their Google account. Or if Google does not know, you can have it target them. So basically you're targeting everybody, okay? Age, same thing. You can do maybe a certain zip code there is really heavy in 55 to 64 or between 35 and 64. So those are the three you're selecting, or you're selecting all of them, right? Do people that are aged 18 to 24 usually own a home in Irvine? Okay, so you might need to do a little bit of research on what that demographic looks like, because maybe I'm not going to waste ad views or money on that audience because really the average homeowner age is between 35 and 64 or whatever it may be, right? Unknown, that's just if you want Google to still advertise that video if they don't know how old that person is, okay? Same for all of these here. Parental status, not a parent, or unknown. Google doesn't know if they're a parent or not. Do you still want to advertise to them? So you just have to select whichever ones makes sense. Once you're good with that, we're going to click next. Again, all of this on the right side, all the cost, all the view estimates is determined on all the criteria that we're selecting. So let's say we're good with this. I'm going to click next. And now search for interest. So it says keep interest as broad as possible. So I'm just going to type in real estate to see what pops up. So interest that people are actively researching. Okay, so this is just isn't like, remember on Facebook, when we target, well, could target people, if we did real estate, it's just like maybe they worked in real estate, maybe they liked real estate, researching, whatever it may be. This is solely based on what they are actively searching. Okay, what is in their Google searches. So maybe they're searching for residential properties for sale, houses for sale in that specific area, new construction maybe rentals, whatever it may be, okay? So you can come through here and select maybe just homes for sale with land, okay? As you can see, this is all starting to change, okay? So maybe I could type in interest. I wonder if anything comes up for city. I actually haven't tried city yet. So here we go, trips. Maybe they're planning a trip to a certain area, okay? Irvine didn't pop up in that, but maybe just Orange County, right? They're planning a trip to Orange County, a lot of out-of-state buyers, maybe something like that. So you can come through here and actually choose specific interests. I'm going to keep these for this example. And actually, let's do this. Real estate was home for sale. Or thinking about selling. That may be in the next screen. Here we go. If you keep scrolling down, there's interest. Let's do home. Maybe the next screen. Yeah. So in this example, then, since we're targeting homeowners in Irvine, we might just stick with just real estate, right? Not actual homes for sale. So I'm going to click out of that. I'm going to type in real estate, maybe just residential properties and real estate there. Okay. And then, of course, these are going to change on the right side. I'm going to click next. What is your daily budget? Okay. This is very similar to what we saw with Facebook ads. So you're going to set a daily budget, and then how long do you want it to run? Do you just want it to continuously run until you pause it, or do you want to select an end date? So I'm probably going to start with $10 a day. And based on $10 a day, I'm going to get 720 to almost 2,000 views in that week. Impressions, remember, an impression is counted each time your ad is shown. The amount of impressions won't affect your cost. A view is counted when someone shows interest and watches 30 seconds of your video, okay? Or if the ad is shorter than 30 seconds, they're going to watch the entire ad. Okay, so those are the difference there. Impressions are just people glanced at it. Views, they actually watched it, okay? So you can set your daily budget. Do you want it to continuously run or select an end date? So let's say I'm going to have it end. They're going with a couple of weeks. Maybe I'm going to have it, we're stick with the 11th, right? For it to end. Or again, you can run it continuously and pause it when you feel like, you know, maybe you've gotten enough prospects out of it for now, or you just want to wait a little bit longer. So I'm going to scroll down and click next. And now it's going to review your campaign. Okay, so on the left side, we have what it's called, which is basically, we can edit this. Homeowners Irvine. They give you 128, so you have a little bit of room to be creative. You got your video. Okay, remember we're pretending this is a video of reasons or things you need to know before selling in Irvine. How your ad shows. Okay, it's going to automatically be played before, during, or after YouTube videos. Where are they going to go when they click that call to action? This is our property valuation, our button label, headline, all that kind of stuff in there. Our locations, our languages, our demographics, interest, and our daily budget. If we are good with that, and we are okay with our current performance estimates, remember, the average cost per view is going to be 2 cents to 6 cents. Okay, so you know, depending on your budget, this is to send out a postcard that's targeting these more tailored demographics and interest. You can't send a postcard out for that, right? And we already know consumer attention is in video content, so they're watching videos, and you want to target them based on their geographic location, right? Because we want to work with people in Irvine, those homeowners. Okay, so that's your average cost per view. I'm going to click start, and it's going to go through. And now it pushes us in our traditional ads account. Remember, there's a lot in here. So maybe part 2, we will dive deeper into all the different features within this. I just wanted to show you guys the easier method first. So this is pending. It's just going through a quick policy check. Usually takes 24 hours. From my experience, it happens within 15 to 30 minutes in there. Okay, so to view that, this campaign more in detail, I can always click campaigns, click campaigns. It's under review, tells us our budget, and then we'll be able to start to see all the different views, traffic, everything that's happening, all those analytics, we'll be able to start to see all of those in here. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more dicey, is when you start clicking on certain things in here, right? You can go through, scroll down, you get to see your ad preview. See, it's clunky. There's just a lot of stuff in here, which is why I want to show you guys the method that we just actually went through. But you will be able to see all the analytics in here, and then you can make that decision. I always give it 7 days. I always recommend giving it 7 days to let any type of ad run through, and then based on those analytics and what you find out or get from those, then you can adjust it, whether you're adjusting the area, the demographics, the interest, the headline, the call to action link, whatever it is. If you need to adjust it, you can. Something I want to say real quick, I know we got about a minute left, is notice that this automatically pulled in the thumbnail. Okay, if your video does not have a thumbnail, it will not necessarily display it here, right? It's just going to pick a little piece of the video. I always do recommend a thumbnail. So just make sure that you can always go to fiverr.com and have a thumbnail created, or create one in ChatGPT, or create one in Canva. All right, I'm going to pause there. Who thought they were going to come back from Thanksgiving vacation and have a migraine on a Monday? You're welcome, Sarah. Awesome, guys. Any questions in general? Again, a lot of information. I'm going to share this deck with our EOG team, so you can always reach out to them if you wanted to review this more. This recording will be live on EOG's YouTube channel. Okay, just going to go to eoguniversity.com, click video library. Please subscribe to their YouTube channel. Okay, so you don't miss any of our trainings. All the previous trainings will be there. You can search for those trainings by using this little search button. So if I just typed in Facebook, I can see everything that we've done on Facebook and so on there. So make sure you go there. EOG University. Let me come over here, copy this and put this into the chat box so that you guys can actually use it. Roberta asks, where can we create thumbnails? So Fiverr.com. I on average I'll spend $7. It's $5, but there's a $2 service fee. Fiverr.com. And you know what? I'm gonna give you guys my Fiverr guy. He's been vetted. I've used him hundreds and hundreds of times. Here we go. It's him. So let's see what the cost is. Okay, maybe it's $10. So I probably paid $12 now. Here's the problem. When people get really good or they're very good at their work, it's still very inexpensive to what you can do. But I'm going to paste this in here so you guys can do the thumbnails. If you guys want a banner image for your YouTube channel, let's go here. One that looks very nice. It's super, right? It's called to action, something like that. I'll give you guys my banner guy. He does them for all different platforms, not just YouTube. He can have one created for your Facebook page and LinkedIn as well. Highly recommend. He is excellent. I'll paste that in there as well for you guys. Again, if you are not creating video content, please at least try, attempt. There's agents that are just leading the industry because they started to create, agents that weren't even top producers but are now, because they started creating video content and educating consumers and leveraging a free platform that will allow you to push this out there into your ideal audience, and then you can start running ads for it as well. All right, guys, I know it's 1:02. I really, really appreciate you. I'll get the training deck over to the EOG team. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us. We are happy to help. And Kimmy, do you guys want to close it out with anything?
Just thank you so much, Justin. That was fantastic. I learned something new. I hope everybody else did. Thank you guys for jumping on and taking your time. We really do appreciate it. Good luck this week, and don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. We're here to support you guys and work with you. So thank you.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in escrow very, very soon. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, everybody.